and just make sure the stream is up and running. There it goes. Okay, it's alive and kicking. Let's do this. Ba 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 ba. Hello,
I'm assuming
Lester.
that you're playing this music because I can't hear it. But I didn't hear it last week either.
Yeah, no,
I didn't tell you.
It's fun. Okay, the music is
fine.
dead now. I'll give you the thumbs up when the music is dead, and we are live and kicking.
Okay. Wow. Old
Yeah.
school. Have you got any flags? I'm
No,
gonna put a post-it on my
no, I don't
my
have any
camera.
flags. Yeah. So what's happening, Lester?
Hey, it's summertime.
Summertime.
Well,
Well.
officially atmosphere. I don't know how to word this. Clocks changed last weekend.
Oh.
And now everyone, I mean, we had a few hours of sunshine and everyone's like, that's it. We made it through
Yeah,
another
we
winter.
made it through winter.
Everyone's happy. And what's happened today? A storm's coming through again.
Oh, jeez. Well,
High winds.
if it's any consolation, the wind is pumping in Cape Town and it's pissing down with rain in Johannesburg. If that makes you feel any better. But I'm still in a t-shirt.
You know, you had me until the t-shirt. Yeah, that's not right.
How's your t-shirt looking? It's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
I'd give it another month.
Okay. Cool. And then you've got like a month and then it's back to normal again.
Yeah, you get to buy a t-shirt, wear it once, wash it, put it in the cupboard, and that's it.
Yeah.
When you've forgotten you got it because you gave it all to charity because you've got no space left in your cupboard because you have to go and buy winter clothes. Never-ending cycle, man.
Never-ending cycle. Yeah. So we've had a bit of a wet week, but all good. I need the water in my swimming pool. Yeah.
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 Well, with all the water shortages around South Africa,
yeah, let's not go there.
Constraints. Let's put it that way.
So we haven't had load shedding, but we've had water shedding. How's that? Is that?
I mean, what else is there? I mean, gas shedding.
Well, we don't have.
There's not that many houses that use gas.
Yeah, we don't have gas. Yeah. Oleg's got gas at his place. But
no, it is. It does still exist in some suburbs. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. What else is there? Air.
Air. Yeah. Oxygen.
Yeah, you can only have clean air between these hours on this day on that motorway.
Yeah. Yeah. So otherwise, what else is happening?
Well, let's see. Interesting news this morning.
Yes.
I'm fans of them both. Sacha Baron Cohen and Isla Fisher decided to file for divorce.
Oh, I didn't even know they were married. I didn't even know they were married. Oh, you gutted?
They've been married for 20 odd years, mate.
Oh, wow. Jeez. Imagine living with that dude, though. It's like every time you wake up.
Wedding Crashes.
Yeah.
Isla Fisher was in Wedding Crashes. He was the one with that personality in Wedding Crashes.
Okay.
And she was a bit mental.
Oh.
Psycho, even.
Oh, so what you're saying is that they went well together?
They went well together.
Yeah.
When they met at some bizarre, I don't know, event in Australia somewhere.
Yeah, right.
And it was a bit of a affair, and both of them actually met and connected at that party as they didn't fit in. They didn't feel they fit in, so they spent the whole time just taking the piss out of everybody else. And that's how the romance
blossomed.
Were formed.
Yeah, blossomed.
Yes, because think about it, they're as mad as each other.
Yeah.
Not that I've ever met either of them, but no, it's sad.
Yeah.
And it also means she's back on the market. Oh dear, that's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah. So, but I mean, imagine living with him, because like every morning you don't know which character you're going to get.
It's Borat Thursday.
Is he the dictator today or is he Borat? Oh, is it Sasha?
G Saturday. Oh dear.
Yeah. Yeah. So, have you been up to date with the Formula One this weekend?
Well, yes. Uh,
And
oh.
no.
Well, it got a bit exciting because, I mean, I kind of knew after the last one, Verstappen, having not featured the points, was going to make an effort. And yeah, he was like straight to Japan, straight after the last Grand Prix, well ahead of everybody else. Get
Yeah.
his mindset right, get over the jet lag, and all the good things that go with that.
Yeah.
And yeah, first practice, smashed it. Him and Sergio right at the top. Second practice was a bit of a rain out, so I won't.
Mm.
And then third practice, smashed it again. Him and Sergio at the top. And then in the qualifying, I presume you know the results of the qualifying.
No, but you're going to share them with me.
Uh,
But then again,
qualifying.
I do have Google.
You do have Google, yes. Well, qualifying is Verstappen, isn't it?
Yeah. No surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sergio second, Norris
Norris.
third.
Oh, Carlos Sainz.
Carlos Sainz outperforming Leclerc
Leclerc
again.
again. Yeah.
Alonso up there again. Piastri there. Hamilton. Hamilton was actually was raced a bit in the practices.
Yeah.
George Russell. Leclerc's further down than I was expecting. Russell's further down than I was expecting. Yuki's made the top 10 on his home Grand Prix.
Yeah, nice one. Nice one.
And any shockers? Let's see. Well, with Alonso at the top, I expect Lance Stroll to be at the top as well, but no, he's in 16th. Didn't get out of third.
Well, it's
First
also
qualifying.
good to see Ricardo. He's up there with Sonoda, which is probably important for him.
Yeah, that's like 0.0
Yeah.
difference. I mean, that's nothing.
Yeah, I think it's important. But let's see if the Red Bulls make it to the checkered flag, dude. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Say no more.
One race of mechanical
Failure.
misperformance, and you think, oh my God, it's going to happen again. Yeah. I would love to have another Grand Prix where it was not predictable.
Yeah.
And we actually had the drama, the entertainment.
Yeah, well, we'll see tomorrow.
And I'm not alone in the world with that view.
Yeah.
We'll see tomorrow. I'm
We'll
not
see tomorrow.
sure I'm going to get up that early.
Well, it's 7 o'clock for me. It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's 6 o'clock on a Sunday morning for me. I'm barely in bed by that time.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
But I
I'd
must
stay up and watch
admit,
it.
I do enjoy having the Grand Prix first thing in the morning, because then I've got I've already got my Formula One fix, and then the rest of the day is the rest of the day. Whereas when it's in the afternoon, like building up to the race, and then by the time the race is over, the weekend's over, right? So
Yeah.
So it was nice to watch the Australian Grand Prix and get it out the way.
Do you always watch the Grand Prix live though?
Absolutely. Maybe one or two of them I've watched delayed because I had something else on. But I generally clear my calendar for Formula One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I watch the whole build up and all that. And then I watch it.
Every snippet.
Yeah.
Every interview.
Absolutely. Yeah, normally I catch all the practices and the qualifying and all that kind of stuff on a normal weekend. Unfortunately, this time it was a little bit difficult because it was like super early in the morning. And so I didn't catch I didn't catch all the practices this time. And I didn't catch the qualifying because I was doing breakfast with the Ukrainian, with Oleg.
Where is he today? Why is he not here?
He had some work-related stuff to deal with, yeah. So anyway, we grabbed breakfast. He sends his regards. And I've got some news, which we'll talk about off the podcast, about our Kruger trip.
Ooh.
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 Oh
Ooh.
gosh, we're running out of time.
Yeah, okay, let's finish the podcast now. Get on with it. I mean,
We got
besides the photograph that I sent you earlier today.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, without my glasses on, I look like a Ferrari.
Same color.
Same color
Yeah, it just doesn't
with
go
a
as
speed stripe.
fast. Yeah.
It's a turbo diesel.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Anyway, but it's too expensive. I messaged the guy and I said to him, "Well,
And
listen,
it's still
dude."
available.
No, well, look, the thing is, he only posted it yesterday. But the problem is that, and I suppose this is what happens in the market. So what happened
Yeah.
was, I mean, I know more or less what those vehicles should be worth.
Yeah.
And I'm a member of the Land Cruiser Club. So I see when the guys are selling their Land Cruisers and, what they're going for.
What sort of price range is
So
coming?
I
Okay,
know,
sweet.
I know what the price range should be. However, after COVID, there were a couple of these models that were being sold on Facebook Marketplace, and the guys were asking silly prices, like 100,000 rand more than they should be going for. However, what's happened now
Yeah.
is I don't know whether those guys sold them or not, or if they got their price or whatever. So whenever someone is now going to sell their Land Cruiser, so what they do is they go onto Facebook Marketplace and say, okay, well, what were they going for recently? And then they see that elevated price, and then they put their price in there, right? Even though it's 100,000 rand more than it should be going for. Okay. So now what happens is now this guy, so I messaged him this morning. I said, listen, dude, here's some recent vehicles that have been sold on the Land Cruiser Club. And they're 100,000 rand, 120,000 rand less than you are asking for. So he says to me, well, I bought this vehicle in 2019 for 200,000. Okay. Shame on you. So the problem is like now he's in at an elevated price. Now he's made some mods to the thing. Now he wants to get his money back. And I'm saying, well,
How many miles has he put on? How many miles is left on the engine though?
well, look, it's got 500,000.
You just tart it up and not actually take it off road.
Well, I don't know. So I just said to him, listen, dude, I don't want to insult you, but this is what the going price is. This is what I'm prepared to pay. This is what I'm prepared to pay for it. And he said, well, no, I can't because that's what I paid for it. And I've done mods to it. So I said, well, okay, no worries. But let me know if you change your mind. But I'm not paying 285,000 rand for a vehicle that's only worth 185.
Yeah.
Because the problem is if I buy it at 285, when I want to resell it, I know I'm already 100,000 rand down the tubes. Because if I try and sell it to any person that knows what those vehicles are worth, he's not going to pay. He's not going to. The only person that's going to buy that is a person that doesn't know what they're buying and what price it should be sold at.
Yeah, but everyone's a bit savvy these days, so that's a risk.
Yeah, but I mean the thing is that to be part of the Land Cruiser Club, obviously you got to pay, right? So you're paying subs.
Yeah.
So the people that are in that ecosystem know, okay, these guys are selling them at the prices that they're worth, right? Whereas the guys that are out in the Facebook Marketplace, Gumtree, that kind of thing, they've got a warped view of what these vehicles are worth, right? And so that's the problem. But I mean, it also impacts me because I'm not going to pay that amount. I know what they're worth. But the guys that are out there are trying to get X amount for them. And I'm like, so, it's got to be a situation. The only way that you're going to normalize that price is you're going to have to get to a situation where the guy cannot sell it. And
if he's in no rush, of course, he's going to go high if he's in no rush.
Yeah.
And you'll just wait to see if anyone takes it, and then you'll just gradually bring it down.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do? I mean, I'm just looking at the prices of the same vehicle in the second-hand market in the UK.
Yeah. And what are they going for?
Same sort of price.
Yeah, but remember, I mean, that's the case anyway. If you look at most vehicles that are being sold in South Africa are being sold for a lot less than they are in the UK, I think.
I know,
I
but
don't know.
that's my point.
Mm.
And this should be a lot, it's the same price.
Yeah.
It should be different. It should be like
Yeah.
other vehicles. Also, the second-hand car market here doesn't hold value, like I was gonna say.
Yeah.
So
And you see, the other
really,
thing is
I
that,
mean, that just says to me that there's like not enough uh, cars out there,
yeah.
and the demand is still high everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's not
Yeah.
just there.
Yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. I'm not paying that price. I
I'll
know
just
I
make him a
know that
stupid offer.
if I'm patient on the Land Cruiser Club website, I will find one in the price range that I'm, because there were two. There was one in December, and then there was another one
Okay.
now in January. Um, Not exactly what I was looking for, but it's that model.
Yeah.
And and let me point out those ones that were going for 165 and 175
It's way
had a
cheaper
hundred
than the one you
thousand
just got.
kilometers less than the one that I sent you.
Oh no.
Exactly.
Look, I know it's red, but
Yeah. Okay, dude. I just need to sort out my domestic quickly. I'll give you two.
It's
I'll be
Saturday.
back now. Chat amongst yourselves.
Chat amongst ourselves. Well, this is fascinating. I'm not sure I've ever had the full reign of this podcast. In fact, it feels slightly improved since we've managed to get rid of the bearded fan and Oleg. It's a bit like winning the Coke Quiz challenge. There they were, sipping away on these things. I was sitting far away from the samples, and I managed to score 100%, showing my advanced capabilities on this podcast. They all failed, and thus are inferior to the side of the. However, for those regular viewers, you will see that there was a green screen put up to hide shambles of the garage. You know what he's up to behind that screen. Certainly, he's not bothered to put it up for several weeks. Therefore, um, he's something to hide. Yeah.
Hello. Oh, thank you for your
Hello.
patience. Thanks for your patience.
No worries. I was just entertaining the listeners.
The audience.
Um, Audience, actually, yes, because it's not just listeners. It
Yes.
could be viewers. Heaven forbid.
So I must tell you,
Oh,
I've got this other issue, right?
have you seen a
Technical.
doctor about it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I did.
Oh, technical.
The
Sorry.
Facebook doctor. So
Ugh.
I can't stream to Facebook anymore because when I try and create a stream, it says no, you can't go live because your account needs to have a presence, right? So
It
normally
does
this
have a presence
happens.
by,
Yeah,
yeah.
normally this happens when you create a new account in the beginning, and it's like early days, and you don't have any followers, and you need to create a bit of an audience, and then you can go live on the website. Okay, dude, we've been doing this for 3 years now, right? And now it tells me I need a presence. I'm like, WTF, dude.
Yeah.
So I don't know, and I've Googled it, and it clicks here to find out more information. And I go there, and it's got no information about what the reasons would be that my Bearded Fan podcast would not be able to go live.
Oh, I don't get it.
Yeah, me
I
neither.
got a friend who does advertising on several platforms, including Facebook, and he has endless problems with Facebook changing various things. Yeah.
But it's fun, and I just don't use Facebook. And then what I do is we record the thing, and then I just upload it separately afterwards. So not live, but delayed.
Yeah, just mention though, you kind of want all it to be automated.
Yeah. Anyway, but I hate this kind of shit. But listen, Facebook is so difficult to use, dude. It's like so cumbersome, and it's not great. It's not great. But anyway, it is what it is.
It's been around for a long time. Are we not new for saying another similar platform? But and don't tell me it's X. We not need a new platform.
No, I mean, oh,
Maybe we
you
just Just commit to Instagram properly.
Yeah. Are you using Threads at all? Which
No.
is Instagram's little take on, I mean, I
To be
just,
fair, I don't have time.
yeah.
And I just had to stop.
Yeah.
Um,
So
I mean,
another thing I'll tell you,
maybe that's what I need, isn't
is a what?
we need an app that does all our reading for us, so it can sift through the stuff that is time consuming that you don't care about, and it does all your platforms at once.
Have you not heard of ChatGPT, dude? Yeah. So,
So that's ChatGPT is going to just tell me what I want to hear.
yeah. So I've got another TikTok channel, right, which is around sort of mental health, meditation, that kind of thing. And I've just been trying to grow the audience organically. So what I do is I just post a reel, a video every day with some, like almost like word of the day or phrase of the day or whatever. And it's basically stuff that I pick up while I'm doing my meditation or whatever. So like I'm sitting at like 200 followers, going up by 1 or 2 every couple of weeks. And I'm posting every day and I schedule it. So once a week I sit down and I schedule a week's posts. And it goes out to all platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. But TikTok seems to be the one that's got the most sort of like feedback on it, right? So sometimes I'll post the reel or post a video. Maybe I get 150 views. Sometimes I get 500. A couple of times I've hit 700, 900 and whatever. But it's like consistently there. Okay, so that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with that. I don't need like 20,000 views. So, but then all of a sudden, I get 0 views, 1 view, 2 views. And I'm like,
fallen out of favor with the algorithm.
Like, what's happened? I'm doing the same thing consistently. I'm posting every day consistently. I haven't changed anything. And all of a sudden I go from 100 to 400 down to 1 view. So then I think, okay, this is interesting. So let me see if maybe there's a problem with my video, right? Maybe they're not pushing it because there's some content or something that, violates their community policy or whatever it is. So the best way to find that is to try and promote one of your posts, right? So in other words, you pay for that. So you say, okay, promote this video, and normally what they'll do is they'll come back to you and they'll say, no, sorry, you can't promote this one because of, right? So I think, okay, let me promote this. So when you promote on TikTok, it says to you, okay, do you want more views or do you want more followers? So I say, okay, I want more views. Okay, and I pay my cash there. Shit, dude. No complaints about my video. They promote it. 21,000 views, dude. Okay. So I thought, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Next day, video, 1 view, 2 views. So I think, okay, let me promote it again. But this time I just want to check. How do they work out how you're going to get more views and more followers, right? So I think, okay, let me try the one that says more followers. Let me see how that
the
works.
differences.
So they tell you should get about 17,000 views, but they'll get you more followers. So I say, okay, cool. So I pay my cash there. Ching. I get 21,000 views. I get 100
It's
followers.
almost the same.
I get 100 followers, dude. So now I'm trying to work this out. So when I go for more views, I get the views, but I don't get the followers. I got like no followers.
So they're pumping to people who don't follow.
Well, this is it. I'm like, I'm trying to work this out.
How do they know?
Yeah. But you would think after you've promoted something that, I don't know, that I'm back to 1 view again per day. I'm like, what's going on here? Anyway, I'm just always curious about how these algorithms work.
Cleverly.
And what has changed that is now put my videos out of favor. Weird. Anyway,
Well,
that's my
it's
two
got to
cents
make
for the
money.
week.
It's got to make money. Of course, they're going to have an algorithm that promotes a system and a cycle where they can generate money. You're
Mm,
going to have to keep paying
yeah.
to get to that point where you have 1 billion followers and views a day, and then you can stop paying because you broke the algorithm.
Yeah. But also the thing is, like, Ken, what are your thoughts about paying? Because effectively, I'm paying for followers, right? Or am I? I don't know. I'm paying for followers, so I'm
Well,
not
you
growing
kind of
it
want more followers
organically.
so that people can pick it up on their homepages.
Yeah.
But
But
what got me was there wasn't that much difference in the viewers
yeah.
between the two subscriptions.
Yeah, no, well, basically, I got the same amount of views. One, I got no followers. The other one, I got 100 followers.
Mm.
So it's
Yeah, it
crazy.
is.
Yeah, but I mean,
No,
what are
it's
your
very
so
very
what's your
clever
view
from
on
a business perspective.
so what's your view on this whole thing of like paying for followers um, versus growing organically? And I mean, in terms of your quality of your product, if you've asked them to promote your video, I mean, do you look badly on that, or do you say, well, okay, well, that's just how it works? I mean, if you're trying to build a brand, I mean, from an like if you let's say you're selling a product, obviously you're going to pay to have that product advertised somewhere so that you can
Yeah,
get more
yeah, yeah,
people to
yeah.
your product, right? So, because I've always had this
Absolutely.
thing where people say, "Oh, no, I've grown my following organically, and I never paid for the followers and all that kind of stuff." But I was thinking about it the other day. I mean, who cares if I pay to promote my videos and I get more followers, right?
Yeah, but you depends what you're using TikTok for. I just think back. This reminds me very much of the early days of Google.
Yeah,
Uh, and 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 if you wanted to, everybody was going online. It was the dot-com era. Everyone was going online. Lots of search engines, and people were trying to figure out how this whole thing was working. But you had to go online, otherwise your business is going to fail. You had to just adopt and adapt, and what happened is everyone went online, and nobody went to the online stores.
yeah,
Because there was a proliferation, and people didn't know. I mean, those days you had to buy a hardcover book with all the website addresses on it. God knows how many of those were accurate because there was a new book coming out every 3 months,
yeah,
the
sure.
telephone directory.
Mm.
And so, yes, Google comes along going, right, well, you want to have your website on top of the search engine, you pay for the advertising. I will promote you to the top of that search list. And the more you pay, um, the further up on that list you'll go.
Yeah,
And that's how Google made their money.
mm.
Because obviously everyone at the same time went, well, I'm not getting visits and I'm going to pay to go on the list. If
Yeah,
everybody pays on the list, there's who gets to go on top,
yeah.
who
The more
pays the
you
most
pay.
and the fastest and the more frequently.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
And that's just for presence, right?
Mm.
And that's not just to have a product to sell. So what do you use TikTok for? Is it to promote your brand? Is it to promote product, service? Is it just there for social media purposes? Is it just there because it's a bit of fun? Everyone's got different needs. And I think by the sounds of it, they've got this algorithm pretty spot on.
Yeah.
And it's evolving.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I
So
was
there.
just thinking, but I mean, if you're building a brand, I think it's cool. I think it's okay to promote your product by paying for promotion.
I think so as well. And it's all relative. How much are you willing to pay? What makes sense to you? Because you're always thinking, well, if I pay this, what do I get? What's the return on investment? And
Yeah.
what makes sense to you?
Yeah.
It's going to be different for everybody.
Okay. So I've got good news and bad news.
Bad news is
We're running out of time on Zoom.
we've got 4 minutes left. Yeah.
Okay. So let's do, have you got any days of the year or on this day
What
in
was the good
history?
news?
There is no good news.
The good news is it's just bad news this week. Okay, yes, today is it's the beginning of the financial year this year for most countries, and a lot of companies align with the financial years, and that means for employees of a company like I am, your benefits quite often change on this day or
Oh,
get refreshed. So today is a day, which is Employee Benefits Day. Um, you get to reflect on what your benefits are this year to maximize it. And it's a bit like holidays. You get it's holiday entitlement, vacation days, and you can stop planning apparently, or if you haven't done so already. But there's other things. So benefits do change.
yeah.
And this is the day to take account of that. So that's just that time of year. It's also the day that I normally get a reminder from the tax man to say my tax is now due for the past year.
Ah,
Yeah, thanks, dudes. It's also National Tartan Day, and this is
tartan.
not celebrated. I don't think this is celebrated in the UK or Scotland.
Not.
This is an American thing.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's interesting.
yeah.
And how do they
National
celebrate
Tartan
it?
Day.
How do they celebrate it?
Well, it's the usual thing. Go out, pretend you have Scottish heritage, eat Scottish stuff, play
Haggis.
Scottish music.
Don't wear
Yeah.
underwear. That kind of thing.
True. There's no
Uh,
Queen on the throne. It's that time to ditch the kegs. Anyway, and I was trying to figure out why this is a big thing. I didn't realize. I mean, I knew there was there's Scottish people everywhere. It's like the Irish. They're everywhere. They've been everywhere because of history and the yearning to travel, I suppose, or the necessity to move. But America has a lot of Scottish ancestry. I knew about Italians and then I knew about the Irish, and but never dawned on me just how many Scottish have been there, and Celtish.
yeah.
It's going to be Irish and Scottish. And I never sort of figured. So yeah, they love the Scottish, and it was something like they're the eighth largest ethnic group in America
Yeah.
because of everybody who claims to have Scottish heritage. So this is the day to celebrate their heritage. Even if you've never been to Scotland, don't have a Scottish accent, don't like Scottish food, never worn a tartan, don't know what your tartan is, you can still claim that Scottish hereditary. Hereditary. Ah!
Hereditary. Hereditary.
Ah!
That thing.
But yes. Where was the thing I was looking for? 46 of the presidents that have taken office, 35 of them have been from Scottish descent.
Oh, really?
Um, there's 11 million Americans who claim Scottish roots. 11 million, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there you go. National Tartan Day. Uh, and then we have about a minute left.
No, actually, you got 5 minutes left, dude.
Oh,
You
okay.
can talk slowly now.
I will talking fast.
That's if I can believe the counter on here, because I'm sure at 1 minute it said 6 minutes, and then when I looked again it said 8 minutes, and I was like, huh? How did that happen? Anyway.
Today in history, it was the first baby born with DNA from three parents
Huh? From
through
three parents
mitochondrial transfer in Mexico.
in Mexico.
It sounds like it's engineered,
Does sound engineered.
which I didn't think was legal. I mean, it's not to say it doesn't happen.
Yeah. That's
Mm,
super interesting. I wonder how they did that.
Okay, my last thing today is
Yes.
fun fact.
Fun
Catherine the
fact.
Great, Empress of Russia. And we're talking about 1770, the great year of 1772,
Yeah.
200 years before we were born.
Okay.
Um, she is the great Empress of Russia. She ended tax on men with beards, which was enacted by Tsar Peter the Great because he couldn't pull one
I
off.
love this person.
So, I mean, beards on for Catherine the Great, Empress of Russia. Well done. 200 years before the bearded fan was born, she ended the tax on men with beards. All right.
I like that.
Almost like it should be National Beard Day again.
Yeah, every day is
It
National
comes around
Beard
so
Day.
quickly.
Every day is National Beard Day. Nice. Okay, so dude, I suppose before we get caught with our kilt, yeah,
Hills around our ankles.
ankles, yeah. Yeah, let's wrap it up because we've got a couple of minutes left. But I'll give you a WhatsApp call just after the thing, and we'll just chat about
Roger that.
trips. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Well, we'll catch you. I don't know, next week.
Until the
Maybe.
next time.
Yeah. And don't forget to enjoy the Japanese Grand Prix.
That's
Okay.
stupid o'clock tomorrow
Any
morning.
predictions before we get cut off? Any predictions?
Verstappen 1, Sergio 2. As
I'll
it is in the polls now.
Yeah, I'd like to see Carlos.
There will
Sainz
be
up there.
accidents. There will be
Carlos.
rain. There will be safety car.
Yeah.
That's more fun.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
All right,
see you
ladies.
next
Bye.
week. Bye bye.